Many students may be going home for the holidays this weekend, but some international students can't make that trip back home, and we are taking a look at how they are spending their Thanksgiving break. And later, we have all you need to know to be prepared for your Black Friday shopping. All this and more coming up on MHK All Day. Good morning and welcome to another edition of MHK All Day. I'm Colby Miller. We have all your latest Manhattan news for you today, including an update on a racial note hoax that shook the K-State campus. If you didn't join us last week, we covered a note that was posted outside of a K-State student's apartment door containing racial slurs. After K-State police investigated, it was discovered that the note was a hoax, and the student who reported it, Broderick Burse, was actually the one who posted it on his own apartment door. This past Tuesday, Burse gave a formal apology for the note at the Black Student Union, where many K-State students were in attendance. Although there was a formal apology, there still is no clear motive behind the note.
And I would like to sincerely apologize to every single one of you in this room. I realize my actions displace some severe damage upon the community. In fact, every single person in this room, every single one of you all.
Many K-State students are making their way back home today for the Thanksgiving break. But as for international students, their plans are looking a little different. Dallas Coronado has more.
It's mid-November in Manhattan, and that means it's break time for the students of K-State. The semester is rapidly coming to an end, but for 1 week, students will have solace, free from classes, assignments, and academic responsibility. The residence halls here at K-State house about 4,000 students. During Thanksgiving break, when the residence halls close, the majority of those students travel home to their families. But what about those students who are too far from home? Say Australia or South America. Where do they travel during our week off? Carl DeSanctis from Melbourne, Australia, decided to take the time and explore.
So I'm going to Colorado with my friends. All the international students, we're all pretty close. So I'm friends with one guy from England, someone from Ireland. We're all pretty close together, so we decided to just organise a trip to Colorado.
If Carl decided to go back to Melbourne, he'd find himself on a 23-hour flight. Colorado seemed interesting enough for him and his friends.
I don't know, I think we were thinking of California, like a cheap, not like a cheap alternative, but like places to go that for like college students seemed, I don't know, Colorado. I've never been there before, so the other guys haven't been there. I mean, why not?
While Carl is headed west with his buddies, other students have other intentions.
For this one, I'm going to Texas and Arkansas. I'm going with 3 friends. We are going to national parks and do some camping and like those kinds of activities.
Much like Carl, a flight home for Juliana would take practically 24 hours.
My friend goes to Texas A&M, so I'm meeting her and then we are driving to Arkansas.
While the drive to Texas isn't short, it's much more affordable than an international flight.
I didn't have plans and she didn't want to spend a lot of money, and it's going to be cheap. I mean, we're only going to do camping, so we won't spend a lot of money.
K-State has about 1,900 international students. So what about those who stay? What about the ones that don't go anywhere? What is Manhattan like over Thanksgiving break for them? The more seasoned international students know it all too well.
It gets like pretty empty, but I like it because I can go to the rec and it's like all by myself. But yeah, it gets like super empty and cold.
Cold, quiet, but sometimes refreshing. Manhattan transforms into a mostly lifeless town over the break, but others make the most of it. For Hong, it's time to relax, study, and catch up with friends.
Not study at all, but maybe just study a little bit and then high five with some friends. Maybe we go to movie, maybe we like with some boys at home together. So we also can cook, you know what I'm saying? Cook together. So that should be cool.
Whether traveling, studying, or just relaxing, everyone seems to be looking forward to a much-needed Thanksgiving break.
It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. I've been working pretty hard, so like getting all my studies and stuff done, and I just wanna get out there and relax.
In Manhattan, I'm Dallas Coronado with MHK All Day.
Although many students are already in Thanksgiving break mode, that didn't stop Manhattan Magazine from releasing their winter edition just yesterday. Manhattan Magazine is a lifestyle magazine that has been on the K-State campus for a little over 2 years and has produced a handful of issues, including their latest winter edition, with their theme being unapologetic. Last night, the magazine hosted their release party at Tate's in Aggieville for their winter issue. The event featured free food, raffles, prizes, and even photo opportunities. The event's theme was Dress to Impress. The magazine itself has grown over the last few years and has given many students the opportunity to not only produce creative content, but also be featured in the magazine as models. Many members that are a part of the Manhattan team believe that there is still much more to come for this magazine that started out as just an idea.
When Manhattan Magazine first started, I was literally standing outside Bosco Plaza, like asking people if they would model for the magazine and asking if they would like write for it. And it started off as a very small team. We worked our butts off. We created a brand. We launched it social media. We did everything from scratch. And so it was scary because nobody knew about it. So it was like slow progression at first because like nobody knew about us. But then I swear, like next semester, it just took off. And people just started becoming really interested in it because it's lifestyle. It talks about the things they're interested in, and then more people joined the team, and it just kind of took off from there. And now our release parties are becoming kind of like a huge thing just because people can come and like see the magazine, they can talk to their friends, and just kind of enjoy this lifestyle atmosphere.
My idea for the direction that we're going is really running with the brand that we're creating now of us being unapologetic and us going in the direction that people are afraid to go, and us just creating things that people want to see. So we're going to be focusing heavy on fashion, and not just the fashion that you're going to see everyone wearing every day, but the stuff that is going to make people take a double look at it and be like, wait, what is that?
So Manhattan Magazine has definitely skyrocketed. Just their social media presence and presence on campus. Everybody knows what's up with Manhattan, and I think I contribute a lot to that, to Emily, Abby, and Lakin, and the whole crew over at Manhattan is putting in a lot of work, and they're doing big things. So within the next few years, I think they're just going to keep growing.
Coming up on MHK All Day, we have everything you need to know about Thanksgiving festivities in Manhattan. Stay tuned.
I email my professors, I get an answer. They're participating in the discussion boards. You just feel really connected, and that was a unique experience for me. I'm not new to distance programs. I'm a military wife. Been to 6 different colleges in 4 different states, so I've definitely taken some online classes, and K-State does it very differently, and they pull it off beautifully. I don't know how, but I'm just glad.
Welcome to K-State. We're so excited all of you came to visit us here on campus. We're going to be starting our tour here in front of Anderson Hall, which is our administrative building and kind of our iconic building on campus. It houses our president's office and our vice president for student life. All right, let's get started. We're going to be going to the Union next. It houses our pool.
I had taken online classes before, but Kansas State was really great because it was so organized, and like all the teachers and professors were so helpful, and they just went beyond to help me to get the degree that I was looking for.
H1 minus H2 plus V1 squared minus V2 squared all over 2.
Fans, are you ready?
The city of Manhattan is opening a new bike trail. To commemorate the event, a ribbon-cutting ceremony took place on Thursday, November 15th. Cyclists from all over town came to witness the project that took years of hard work and tons of people behind the scenes. David Colburn, chair of the Manhattan City Pedestrian Bicycle Committee, walked me through the steps they took to get there.
The Bicycle and Pedestrian Committee flagged this as a need over 11 years ago as being a primary critical link for people to be able to walk and bicycle, particularly out of the Northview area, but just in general in the community. And so it's taken a long time to bring it all together. There's a lot of engineering, a lot of fundraising, a lot of convincing involved. So things happen slowly when it comes to infrastructure and city government and things like that, but they do happen.
Manhattan Parks and Recreation hosted the event where many gathered to christen the new trail. Partnering with Parks and Rec, others present included at the event Green Apple Bikes, Flint Hills MPO, the Flint Hills Wellness Coalition, Bike MHK, the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, and the Manhattan CVB. The day began with comments from some of the trail planners and backers, a photo op, and finally, the ribbon cutting. The new trail is located at the intersection of McCall Road and Tuttle Creek Boulevard. This new bike trail allows citizens to enjoy a part of town that was not able to be accessed by bikes effectively until now. Bike MHK, an informal group of dedicated cyclists in the Manhattan area, were present at the event. Their main passion has to do with getting safer cycling infrastructure in the city. Manhattan had multiple proposed projects to approve, and the Blue River Trail project was on the top. The trail links a new crosswalk across Tuttle Creek to the gravel path. The paved bike path meets the gravel, and the new linear trail begins. For those looking for the linear trail, the entrance can be found at Casement and Hayes Drive. Another goal of the project is to enable residents of the Northview neighborhood safe walking and biking access to areas downtown as well as East Manhattan. Ideas for these types of public projects come from the Flint Hills Wellness Coalition. Aside from bike paths, the work group also plans footpaths and AdaBus routes. All in all, there were many people behind the scenes who played an important role in making all this happen.
My sincere thanks to city staff, the people who wrote the grants, and people who worked behind the scenes on this. City commissioners and some of the other officials kind of get the glory, but city staff and really did the work on this. They deserve the credit.
Several Manhattan organizations have already begun preparing for the Thanksgiving holiday. Meanwhile, students in K-State have already been treated to a Thanksgiving feast. MHK All Day's Dylan Lears fills us in.
Thanksgiving events and festivities have already been well underway this week, well ahead of the actual holiday next Thursday. This past Sunday, the Social Justice Alliance held an event called Unthanksgiving, focused on celebrating the history of indigenous peoples of the Americas while also acting as a hunger banquet. Those participating were asked to bring a non-perishable food item as their entry fee, with everything raised going to benefit Cat's Cupboard. This event also allowed some to understand that some view the Thanksgiving holiday as having a much different meaning.
Not everyone has that access to food that some of us take for granted, and also the history of Thanksgiving and how we tend to forget what really happens to the indigenous people after the first Thanksgiving.
There's always going to be somebody either more or less fortunate than you, and the big thing is just to help them out as best you can.
On Tuesday, the K-State Department of Housing and Dining put on a Thanksgiving dinner for those to enjoy at the Kramer Dining Center. Students and many others who attended were able to enjoy many of their Thanksgiving holiday favorites, even though students will be off all of next week for Thanksgiving break.
I knew that the menus would be the same, and so I thought this would be a fun kind of Friendsgiving with some of my friends here at K-State. I really liked the mashed potatoes. And I liked how it was the same all around, so the lines were really fast also. Okay. Very good.
When asked what she plans on doing next week during the actual holiday,
I'm just spending time with family, kind of eating similar foods with them, and enjoying time with my friends at home.
With such a large turnout, a lot of hard work and planning goes on behind the scenes, well ahead of the actual dinner.
Well, a big Thanksgiving dinner or any of our large dinners, it takes all of our staff working together to make it happen. We start about 5 days ahead of time with thawing the food and then just continue on with prepping, and then today's the big cooking day. So we put the turkeys in early this morning, and yeah, just takes everybody working together to make it happen, and lots of equipment.
Schrader said the dinner is important for students to be able to acknowledge Thanksgiving with friends that they'll be away from all of next week.
I think it's just like a treat for them to get together with their friends, and because that's become their community and their family. So being able to dine here with their friends, I think they really think it's special.
Turning towards next week, preparation is fully underway on the Manhattan Thanksgiving dinner, which is free and open to the public. The dinner will be held at the Manhattan Old Chicago at 2001 Clock Tower Place on the west side of Manhattan, situated in the Grand Mere Village Shopping Center.
We have a Thanksgiving dinner. It's at Old Chicago. This will be the 7th one at Old Chicago, and they've partnered with us since that time, and it's wonderful. It's your traditional Thanksgiving dinner. It's a community Thanksgiving dinner. It's not for just those in need, and so there's a goodwill offering plate put out, and so usually by the time that we pay for everything, the offerings pay for the dinner. So it works well to make it a community dinner, and it is at Old Chicago from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and everyone in Manhattan is welcome.
The Flint Hills Bread Basket and Old Chicago puts on the dinner, but with the community's generosity, it helps make the dinner affordable for everybody.
Old Chicago does a lot of fundraising for it, and then I have an obligation of a sum of money too, and then usually together we come out very well. It usually just, it's phenomenal.
With less than a week to go, Kiefer says any remaining donations can go a long way.
We can always use any size of donation because we're always purchasing the milk, the margarine, and the eggs. And the other thing we're doing right now is this Sunday, for anyone that would like to come help at 1 o'clock, we're putting 133 Thanksgiving baskets together. And we do that every year.
Those baskets will be given away this Monday to those in need. Please see the Flint Hills Bread Basket website for those looking to donate or to assist the organization. In Manhattan, Dylan Lears, MHK All Day.
Stick around. We have more coming up after the break.
Left side three ball, yes! Throws it down! Wow! Oh my goodness, Steve! Way up above the rim and a block! Derek Brown taking on Gildas Alexander, and he scores! Are you kidding? Kansas State is headed to the Elite Eight!
Your identity is who you are.
Feels pretty good. Hurts a little bit when I'm putting pressure on it, but not too bad.
What's your pain level at?
Probably like a 3.
Okay, cool. So much better than yesterday.
Yeah, a lot better.
All right. Well, I'm going to start to slow it down now.
Okay.
In taking the classes and in being in industry, a lot of the classes were super applicable to going out in the industry. So it's things that are actually being taught in the real world and what are needed in the real world. There were a number of classes that you could take exactly what you learned and walk into a job and say, I've done this and this is exactly how they're doing it, and the company should feel comfortable that you know what you're talking about. It's really tangible to what you're gonna do once you graduate. So that's been the best part, I'd say.
The best-kept secret in Manhattan is not a secret anymore. I'm Wyatt Thompson, the voice of the Wildcats, and welcome to JP's Sports Grill. With daily chef-inspired specials, a full bar, and a diverse menu that has something for everyone, this place is guaranteed to impress. JP Sports Grill, your new favorite spot.
With Thanksgiving just around the corner, food shopping is not the only shopping that people are doing. Black Friday is fast approaching. MHK reporter Isabel Lobby has more.
Thanksgiving holiday is commonly seen as a day to give thanks and spend time with friends and family, while the day following Black Friday is a day dedicated to shopping and finding the best deals. Several shopping malls and stores extend their opening hours until early morning and late at night to allow shoppers to save on huge deals only available for a limited time. If you're looking to do some Black Friday shopping here in Manhattan, the Manhattan Town Center will be open 2 hours earlier, starting at 8 a.m. for Black Friday, and will be closing at 9 p.m. While the mall will be closed on Thanksgiving Day, other stores in the Manhattan area will be starting their Black Friday deals early. Walmart's deals will start online at 10 p.m. on Wednesday and in stores at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. Some select items are on sale right now online as well. Some of Walmart's featured discounts in their ad include a smart TV, a hoverboard, a Google Home, soundbars, laptops, phones, and several other devices. Target's online sales begin the day before Thanksgiving. However, this deal is for Target card owners only. For non-red card shoppers, the online sales start at 1 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day. Target is offering free shipping on all online orders. The in-store deals for Target start on Thanksgiving Day at 5 p.m. until 1 a.m. on Thursday for their special doorbuster deals. These deals include sales on all TVs. The doors at Target will reopen at 7 a.m. for different deals, including sales on Apple products, including iPhones and Apple Watches. If you are wanting a specific item from either of these stores, go to their websites and locate their ads for when certain products will be on sale and for how long. Black Friday shopping is a day some people look forward to. K-State student Nicole Biggins said she looks forward to Black Friday shopping every year.
For the past couple of years, I've gone with my boyfriend's family, and so we wake up really, really early. So we start out at Oak Park Mall. We get there at like 7 a.m., which I'm not a morning person, so it's kind of rough. But then we do that for a couple of hours, and then we go over to the Legends and then any other outlet malls that we want to stop to on the way.
When Black Friday shopping, Biggins normally doesn't have a specific item she wants to get in mind.
Honestly, it's kind of a mixed bag. If I see something I like, then I'm definitely going to get it. But typically I'll look for Christmas presents for my brothers because I have no idea what they want. So if I see something on sale, then I'm going to get it for them.
However, Black Friday shopping is not for everyone. K-State student Jessica Dosher said she has never participated in Black Friday shopping, and instead she prefers to spend that time with her friends and family.
I'm always spending it with my family, and there's nothing ever been big enough for us to go out and buy that would take us away from the family time.
For those who don't want to face the lines and crowds on Black Friday, Cyber Monday is another alternative. On the Monday following Thanksgiving, several clothing and department stores offer Cyber Monday deals on their websites. Biggins said that she does a lot of her shopping online and she enjoys the convenience it provides.
Yeah, I like Cyber Monday because I tend to shop online at specific boutiques, and so they have a lot of good deals, and so that way if I'm eyeing a product, now I can just wait until Cyber Monday and then hopefully it has a good deal and I'm saving money.
However, Biggins acknowledges there are some issues that arise while shopping online that don't typically occur while shopping in a store.
The amount of times where I put something in my cart and then I'm looking at other stuff, and then by the time I'm checking out my cart, it's like, oh, sorry, these items have been sold out. And it's usually the items I want the most too. So, I mean, that's the drawback because at least Black Friday shopping, you have it in your hand so no one can come up and take it from you. Well, I guess that does happen. So.
Dosher said she loves saving money and bargain shopping as well, and if it were up to her, she would change the day of Black Friday so she too would have the opportunity to get good deals.
Because it takes away a lot of employees with their times with family too, so I feel like they deserve to have that just as much as we do.
In Manhattan, I'm Isabel Lobby for MHK All Day.
For more information about Black Friday deals, visit the Manhattan Town Center website. Stay tuned. MHK All Day will be right back after this short break.
HDTV and live on Facebook.
You can actually see it.
Come on, one more.
left. It's wide open for Reiki. Yes! Three-pointer! Goff gets the ball back. Left baseline. 8-footer. Good! Reiki's answer three-pointer. It's good!
Oh, it's been like the best adventure of my life. Best, hands down. Don't tell my children I said that, but absolutely the best thing ever. I've had so much fun. I've learned so much, and I think the thing that I love most about this program, the expectations are just like that of a regular full-time program. There's discussions, there's discussion board posts, there's interaction with the instructors, just like you would have if you were on campus. I love it.
K-State is home to many unique individuals, and Wildcat Watch Student Video Productions has teamed up with K-State's Housing and Dining Services to shine light on a few of those individuals in a series they've titled Humans of K-State. Take a look.
Sort of one of my goals whenever I talk with students is just getting to know what their background is, what identities they hold, and how I can appreciate those. Really, those are all the qualities that make everyone different and everyone unique. Hello, my name's Taylor Bauer. I'm a first-year graduate student here at Kansas State University within the College Student Development Program. I am a queer woman, and so for me that definition is sort of a catch-all of the LGBT community. I feel like the moments where I really started understanding and accepting like my identity was throughout like college as an undergrad student, and it was the first time I actually got to a place where there were other people who identified similarly to me. I think I never expected coming to Kansas to have to sort of rework through some of that process of like, how do I identify, where do I fit in, who are my people essentially. And so there aren't just people that I maybe can visibly like notice as being part of the community and can connect with that way. I'm sure there are plenty of people at K-State who do identify within the community. It's just been hard to actually like find those people and find that balance. There's never a point where it like stops. Like it's always going to keep continuing depending on like my environment and where I am throughout my life.
Along with Wildcat Watch and Housing and Dining Services, producers for Humans of K-State include Sarah Eskelson and Saya Kakim. For more on Humans of K-State, visit the Wildcat Watch YouTube page. That is all the time we have today. We will be back on December 7th to give you the latest of all things Manhattan and K-State. MHK All Day. Be sure to follow us on our social media, including Twitter and Facebook, at MHK All Day. Colby Miller, have a great Thanksgiving break.
This is MHK All Day.